Let me show you something you can do with replacing or changing what the hole in a letter looks like. That's known as a counter. Anywhere where there's an enclosed area is a counter. What I want to do is I want to actually put a heart inside of this instead of the O. I want to put a heart inside. So instead of that circle, that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose. Oh, don't want that. That's fine. We'll go ahead and stick with that. So first thing that I'm going to do on this text is I make a duplicate of it and I'm going to create outlines. So now I've got this individual piece and I can ungroup it. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to take and I want to put a solid color inside of that center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rectangle around it, get that piece, and then I'm going to take my shape builder and I'm going to hold down the Option key and click on the outside. So now I've got this individual part. Now I'm going to try to draw a heart. Hearts tracing them are a little funky. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try using a rounded rectangle just to be able to get this kind of rounded edge. And then what I'd like to do is I'm going to rotate this and I'm going to duplicate and reflect it. So I'm going to hit copy. All right, so what I'm looking at here is I'm looking really at this top part just to kind of see not quite the angle I want. So I'm going to rotate it a little bit more, try the transform, reflect and copy. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this kind of heart shape right up here. Yeah, that's looking kind of cute. All right, so it doesn't really look like a heart, does it? What I'm going to do, line those up at the top. Now you can start to see how you can kind of see the heart happening right there. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a shape builder. Option, option. I'm going to drag those together. And now I've got myself a cutesy little heart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to suck up the color from the background just for a second. Shrink this guy down. Even tighten that up just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and merge those two together. And that's great if it's going to be on a white background. But if it's not, that's not going to work out too well. So I'm going to highlight both of these. Center. Ooh, centering did not work. Sometimes you need to visually just move the thing around. I thought that was going to work. But now I can actually use the minus from front. So nothing really looked like it happened, but if I added a color behind here, arrange, send to back, and it's an actual color that's not the same as the letters, you can see now it's picking up whatever the color is there. So that last bit with using the Pathfinder to cut that out, that was what I was doing so that if I put it on a background, you would see it. Because without that, watch what happens. So I'm going to move this over here. So you've got that white in the center. But if I use the Pathfinder, minus from front, it cuts it out. So that's a way that you can replace certain letters to re-emphasize what it is that you're trying to communicate. And as a bonus, that was a quick little way to make a heart just using two rounded rectangles.